So we're talking about rules. Everyone's most exciting thing. No, it's not. It's like the opposite. Let's have fun. We need to have fun with rules. That's why they're there. The rules are there in order to make something a game. So in tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons, there are rules that you follow in order to have a good time, in order to deal with people, in order to know what the game does. And some people use those rules. They'll take a rule and they'll twist it out of place, and they'll take it to the extreme and they'll make it no fun. Or they'll take the rules and bludgeon to death all of the potential fun that you could have. I am putting together a D&D campaign. We've had one session, soon I'll have another, and I went all over the web to look up stuff for it because I haven't played it in like a decade. I haven't played it since 3.5. We are on the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, so I wanted to look up some stuff to get familiar. And I found people on forums. Now the theory is with these people is that they don't actually play D&D. What they do is they read the book and then they go on forums and then they make people miserable. There's not a lot of there's a lot of competition for that on the internet. But one such question was asking about a weapon and why it was considered a certain type of weapon and not another. Like, why do you need training for this? It doesn't seem like a martial type of weapon. And the answer is that it's a game, and that there's a couple good reasons for it. Like, why is a long sword different from a short sword? Why is it considered a different type of weapon? The answer is that's the game. It's just part of the game. And I actually researched this question. So I researched why they placed what in the game. And I found a guy, his name is Mike something. He was in an interview, and he helped design Dungeons & Dragons 5. And he said that it's the first Dungeons & Dragons game that they made knowing it's going to be Dungeons & Dragons. So a lot of the decisions they did so that the game felt like Dungeons & Dragons. The example he used was Fireball. Fireball is a level 3 spell and does not make sense because it's powerful, and the math and the slope of power and the progression of the character, yeah, that's right, Emma, doesn't make sense with D&D and with everything else. But Fireball is cool and awesome and fun, so they put it in for level 3 so that players wouldn't have to go too far before they get and feel like they're playing Dungeons & Dragons. And that seemed like a relative answer. But the people who ask the kind of questions for rules and exact logical progression of things aren't the same kind of people that wrote the book for D&D. Let's take this out to another boring, it's all boring, part of it is free speech. You could say freedom of speech means everyone's good to say whatever the fuck they want, right? Yeah, wow. But there are obvious limitations to the freedom of speech. You're not allowed to threaten people. You're not allowed to put people in danger with words you say. The example is yell fire in a theater, and there are several philosophers that have talked about it, and they are mostly jerks and up their own butt. And ContraPoints has a fantastic video about it that I will totally link and be all about in the description. I'm all about ContraPoints. Okay. But people will take this freedom of speech. I can say whatever people group I want, such as Canadians, the world would be better off without them. The world would be better if all the Canadians just kind of died. And my group, the Yahtzees, think this. Yahtzees think death to all Canadians, and that Yahtzee people are the best. See, there's a point where you think you can say that, but you can't, because it is a threat on Canadians. It's a threat on their lives. It's the existence The existence of Yahtzee people and people being proud to be Yahtzees is a threat to Canadians and puts Canadians' lives in danger and cannot be suffered. Characters. So, this is going to be a stretch, but several people enjoy anime off a set of rules. They enjoy it off of checklists. They want a tsundere character. They want funny things to happen. They want a giant robot. They have a checklist of rules that they want their anime to follow in order to watch and enjoy. To the point where they will watch terrible anime because there is a cute girl, because there are swords. And it's at this point that they're not watching good shows anymore, that they recommend this show because there's cute girls and swords and they want to watch and they want people to watch it, but it's not going to be any good. It's not any good. And it's the point where like it stifles, like, can't we just have a little bit of fun watching a show? Like, no, you can't. It's a bad show. And you liking that bad show means that good shows won't happen. Yeah, this is a stretch. This won't work. Want to see my cat? There she is. There's Emma. Oh. You're not an ingredient for Donald Trump to throw in a stew. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh. Oh, I love having a cat. It's the best. It's the best. Oh man, buy a cat. Dogs are cool too. Apparently, they're both. You can't hold a dog in your lap. You can. They're cat size sometimes. Some dogs come in cat size. Oh.
Hello.
She likes.
I'm President Trump.
She? Yes, you do. I don't know if you like it. It doesn't seem like.
And today we are going to get to the bottom of why
I'm missing something.
Mexicans are sending rapists.
Like a lot of somethings. Anyway, tell me about what a bummer rules are. How about that? How about rules aren't always a bummer? Like, there's certain rules that are there to protect you. To protect your experience. Such as in D&D, you are not allowed to use your real-life knowledge for your character because you're supposed to be inhabiting that character. And that character does things that you wouldn't do and don't want to do, but you do them because they fit the character. And we have rules against your character knowing how to do everything because that's metagaming. And that's not fun. Is it weird that my videos just adapt whatever I'm into in the week? No one else is into it. You will. Sitting around, swing that tail. Oh man, but now I figured out I can totally make better, faster videos.
First intro was better.
Took so much time.